Okay people, this is himself. Welcome back to another Tekken 7 Marduk guide. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Marduk's tackle. This is his most important move and it really defines him as a character. So the tackle comes from his 2-do stance. You hit 1+2 and Marduk charges towards the opponent. Now as long as you're within range, Marduk will activate a throw, but the version you get depends on the conditions. If it's close and they're standing, Marduk will do the lift and drop. If it's far or they're crouching, then he will do the spear. In terms of damage, both are exactly the same, but the difference is in the break window. If you get the lift and drop, then I think it's a 4-frame break window, but if you get the spear, it's 2 frames, so ideally that's the one that you want. Now there is a third variation, and that's when the tackle hits from very far, but you do not want this because here there is no throw and you're at -21, so you're going to take heavy damage. Now having this tackle is all good, but what you need are ways to set them up. One possible route is combos. Generally the best ender is air suplex. This gets you great damage and you also get Oki. But what you can do is change the combo and use it as a setup. The one that you see here is often used for wall carry, but it also puts you at the perfect range. If you start running at them after the last hit, as long as they tech roll or back roll, you will get the spear, and if they do anything else, it's the running stomp. The only way they can escape this is Chinese get up or spring kick, but to cover that we have heel drop. This is all grounded options and it's safe on block. Another place that we can set up is at the wall, and you actually have 2 options. One of them is using the flip over. Here we get a guaranteed hit unless they tech roll. But that's exactly what we want them to do, because if we go for the tackle, we'll catch them whichever way they tech roll, and if they stand, back roll or mid kick, we still get them. To cover their escape routes, we have 2 possibilities. One of them is 2-do nuggy. This is a safe ground hitting mid and only sidewall right will escape. The other option is Python explosion. This will make contact no matter what, and against low kick or tech roll left, we actually get a combo. The only issue is that it's -39, so you do need to be careful with it. The other setup is using DB3. The string here cancels the second kick and then he goes straight into a tackle. Now the great thing is against tech roll and back roll we get the spear, not the lift and drop, and the same is true against both wake up kicks. To cover their escapes we have D3. This can be blocked, but it hits front rolls, side rolls, wake up kicks and people staying down. To stop people ducking we have F4 again. This will whiff against side rolls, but it hits front rolls, wake up kicks and people staying down. Sadly it clashes with spring kick and recovery kick interrupts it, but we already have that covered. Beyond combos, there are numerous knockdown moves that act as setups, because basically the tackle is a tech trap. The prime candidates are the ones that you see listed below. Each one has a slightly different knockdown, so the results aren't always the same, but the general strategy is to sidestep, VTS and then tackle. Now the sidestep might not actually do anything, but what I found is that it helps with the timing. Sometimes if you do the tackle too quickly, then certain tech rolls will evade it, but if you do the sidestep, then you delay it, and that seems to work a lot better. Provided you've done it right, this setup will catch tech rollers, back rollers and standers. What that means is that their escape routes are quick recovery, front rolls, staying down, wake up kicks and spring kick. To deal with those, you want to dash in as fast and as far as possible and then use the heel drop. This will hit them on the ground and it's safe on block. It also gives you a stomp on counter hits. Sometimes the recovery kick will interrupt you and the quick rise can be evasive, so to cover that you can use D3 and back +4. One special knockdown is F3+4. Here they can hold back to escape, but if they don't do that, a setup is on. Now with the other knockdowns we use a raw VTS, but here I think it's better to use DF3+4. This moves us a little closer, but it still gets us the same kind of results. What's also good is the cover. Instead of using heel drop, we can use Python explosion. This will consistently hit all options apart from quick rise and quick back roll. Another special knockdown is while standing 4. Now cause they're closer, the situation is a bit different. Instead of using a raw VTS, we can use DB3+4. As always, quick recovery and staying down will beat us, but to cover that we can use a delayed heel drop. Earlier I mentioned air suplex, and while this isn't the best setup, it's still a viable one. Here a VTS tackle will catch standards and back rollers, but it will be beaten by wake up kicks, so to cover that we have raw heel drop. This will counter hit those and also hit people on the floor. Now the whole point of landing the tackle is to get into the mount, but there are other ways of getting there. One of them is using his command throws. His quarter circle forward grabs can be transitioned into mount, and his side ground throws will do the same job. But rather than explaining them here, why not check out my videos on them. There's a card to one of them in the corner and links to all of them in the description. Also, make sure you check out my mount attacks video. That'll tell you what to do once you're in the mount position and also tell you your best options after each successful attack. Again, there's a link in the description and I'll put it on the end screen. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a like. It really helps out this channel and it motivates me to do more for this character. My next Marduk video will focus on one of his most underrated moves and also include a 130 plus damage combo, so make sure you subscribe if you want to see that. In the meantime, have fun, play well, and I'll see you guys in the future.